Hey y'all, welcome back. This video is going to be a new series that I'm going to bring to my channel of getting to know me. I realized that even though I have a few videos out, I don't think in any one of those videos I have properly introduced myself. So here it is. We're going to start off with the basics. This eyeshadow look is just going to be like a nice red shimmer cranberry eyeshadow look, and we're still going to use the Mented Every Night eyeshadow palette. I already came in with my base done, brows on, and we're just going to focus on the eyes, add some blush, bronzer, and all the finishing touches. And so jumping right in, I guess you can say jumping in, and it's already been like almost a minute. Anywho, for this first getting to know me, we're just gonna start off with the surface level things, where I'm from, family, how I got started with makeup, all that good stuff. So first things first, my name is Francesca. I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia. I just moved here from Greenville, but I am originally from Charleston, South Carolina. So yeah, Chucktown, 843, stand up, and anywho, moving along. I am a licensed cosmetologist. I've been licensed since 2015. And since then, I've just been kind of doing the makeup hair thing on the side. Like, it hasn't been my focus. But I think since 2020 came and I wrapped things up with being a behavior coach, I've been more focused on it and interested in making it my full-time primary career. And I think the way that 2020 has affected a lot of us is the reason why I'm finally doing it. I have always had a passion for the cosmetology industry and the beauty industry. And when it was time to graduate college and like they were talking about preparing college applications, applying for all that stuff, my original plan was to graduate high school, go to cosmetology school, and then go to college. However, when you start talking about your plans and you start telling a lot of people, some of them can not have faith in you or try and steer you in a different direction, and I allowed a person in my life to do that. When I mentioned how I wanted to go to cosmetology school, they kind of doubted me and was like, "You sure that's what you want to do? Like, that's a real skill." And so after I heard that, I went to plan B, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just go to college and study mathematics and be a high school math teacher, because one, I love, like, teaching is another passion. Like, it just comes naturally for me, and I loved math in high school. Like, that was my favorite subject. So I was just like, okay, well, I'll just do that. But it didn't work out. I came to Atlanta, Georgia, to Clark Atlanta University studying mathematics, and they had a program to where you can complete your bachelor's and then go on and get your master's in secondary education. So I was like, cool, that's perfect for me. However, when I got here, it just didn't work out the way that I intended it to, and I strongly believe because it wasn't my passion, it wasn't what I wanted to do. But in the end, it still worked out for me, because while I was here and went through a depressive state, that's when I first started going to therapy. So that'll be another getting to know me video. I realized that I needed to go back home because this wasn't a good fit for me, and how I was feeling was just completely unfamiliar, and I wasn't myself. And I believe like that was the foundation of the woman that I'm becoming today. And so because of that, now I can tie my inner experience, my mental health experience, into my beauty industry experience, because going to cosmetology school was one of the best things I could have done for myself, and I thank God that he got me through it, and I was able to go and finish and take my boards and everything and become a licensed cosmetologist, because that was the original plan. And I just am so grateful that I was able to go back and complete my original plan and actually have it worked out the way that I wanted it to, with going to cosmetology school first and then getting my college degree. And it worked out so perfectly because my degree is in women's leadership. And so being able to use that with my cosmetology license is unreal. That just had to be set up by God, because the program at Clemson wasn't even around until about 2015, right after I left cosmetology school. So even if I had gone to cosmetology school when I graduated high school, that program wouldn't have been there for me right after. So I am true. Even though going through it wasn't the best, like, you can't see what it's going to look like, of course, because you walk by faith, not by sight. He's just amazing in how it all works out for you good. Like, that Romans 8:28 is real. And even as I sit here right now, not knowing what the future may hold for me, and just kind of, I wouldn't say at a loss, but just trying to figure out the next step or what to do with starting this career kind of from scratch in a new city where I don't have a clientele. I don't even have a studio or a spot where I can have people to come over. I just have to trust him to know that if he worked it out before to where everything aligned the way that it did, and I was able to complete things that I'm passionate about, and it all worked together for me, then I just have to continue to trust him to know that the next years to come will work out just the same as the years before, because he is still the same God. And that's another thing, like, when I started this channel, I jumped straight to heart surgery of everything that God is doing, and me going to therapy and kind of going to, I went straight into the deep stuff and forgot about the surface level stuff of, girl, how did you get here? What is your name? Like, you just popped up on the scene. Like, we don't know you. So I'll probably do another one of these like in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I am excited about starting this thing and actually finding a studio space and building that clientele. It's been a long time coming, but it needs to happen, and 2020 was the year that just opened up a lot of people's eyes to where it's like, if you are not doing the thing that you love, what are you doing? And that's not to say that I didn't love my job, because working with those kids was amazing. Like, being able to help them through their situations and be on their side and be an advocate for them in the learning environment that we were in, I wouldn't have traded that for anything. However, right now, I just have to change my focus. And I'm not going to say that I'm done with it, because there are plenty of nonprofits out there that are doing the same thing, and I can always volunteer my time, and I still volunteer my time. So I'm not done with having an impact on our youth and being there for them. I'm just doing it in my free time versus as my career. So I think that's, I can talk about how I started getting into makeup, because it was basically from my mom and my grandma and watching them get ready. I have an older sister, and she used to do my hair a lot. And we just always had we had a lot of Mary Kay parties at our house. We used to go to a lot of Mary Kay parties. Me, my mom, and my sister, we had faithful appointments with our stylist back at home in Charleston. Like, we went consistently every 4 weeks to get our relaxer and a doobie wrap. That was my thing. I always got a doobie wrap. And when we were at the salon, like, I would always ask the stylist if I can help her do my mom's hair, like take out her rulers or comb down her wrap or just anything. Like, I would always watch her work once I was done. Like, I would get in the chair first and watch her do my mom's hair after I'm done. And the makeup came from cheerleading. I cheered for 6 years, getting ready for games. Like, we didn't even do brows, but the eyeshadow, the foundation, the lip gloss, like we did it all every Thursday or every Friday. And I just loved it. Like getting ready for prom, did my own makeup, getting all dressed up for pageants. Like I was a girly girl. And that's where that passion came from, and it just stuck with me. It just came natural. And that's basically where the name The Fancy One came from. I remember when Instagram came out, I was like, oh, what do I want my handle to be? And I thought about, oh, The Chosen One. And I was like, nah, let's be The Fancy One. Hair done, nail done, everything did. The Fancy One. And here we are. So I love this industry. It really can change people's lives and their moods throughout the day, and I just want to always be a part of making somebody feel better and making them feel special and loving themselves a little bit more. But always remember to love God first, love yourself, and we can make this world a better place. See y'all in the next one. Bye.